invite group number 2 to come forward with their presentation. This is Aman Daluja, team leader, Hina Gupta, Kanika Kharbanda, Joshita Arora, Pooja Bhatt, and Yamina. Shall we start?
Before to start the presentation, to just thank my group, because actually, as for me, and I think we share all the same feedback, it was such a pleasure to work on this project, and I really mean it. I mean, I think we have been learning so much things together. It was not just about doing a project and presenting it. We really went deep into the topic, and I think some of you, the one who came to Agra with us, you saw it. We were brainstorming so hard, and I think it's definitely such a great experience. So I think you all agree with that. So just to start, I wanted to say that. So we have decided to launch a high-end bakery in Delhi. So that's the project. So we have 4 consultants that were working with us. So they're just here. And Yamina and I, who are the team from CMH. We are the owners of not the owners, but the partners working on this project, and who will handle it. So the motto that can sum up kind of our project is blend your imagination with our French delicacy. So you might be guessing, what does it mean exactly? What are they talking about? So we're gonna explain this during the presentation, but just to give you a little insight of what is it about. So this would be like the dreamy shop we want to launch. The atmosphere is there. You have to come and feel like a good sensory marketing. It has to be like attractive. Also visual. The visual is very important, and we are selling France. So I think that's the main thing about our concept, is that it's not only a bakery, it's a French bakery and a specific know-how that I'm going to develop right now. So we should start from the beginning. Why India, first of all? You might be wondering why we decided to set in this business in India. Because, well, in India we have all been understanding that there is an increase in the purchasing power. So luxury market is really booming, and we have a lot of data that can explain that. Unfortunately, we cannot share all of them, but you all are aware of that. But what we have been noticing, the whole group, us with our French vision and as well the Indian team, is that there is a lack of blend of taste in India. You go to a mall, whatever mall in Gurgaon or in Delhi, you can feel that there is a need, but it's not full. And especially for us as a French, we saw ice cream shop, we saw some pastry shop were nice, and where we discovered many things, but there is something that is missing, and I think it's France. And I think also about India, what we can say is that there is the lifestyle that is really changing in India. I can even see it here in this room, by interacting with people. We have felt that your vision is different. I'm personally Indian, as you all know, so the vision that I have is kind of different, and the last time I went to India it was 4 years ago, and I can feel really the difference and how people think now. It's so much evaluating, so I think the market is there, and it's a great opportunity. So that's the time to explain why, what's the added value of our concept, is that France. That culinary arts is the DNA of France, and especially the pastry. I don't know how many of you have already had the chance to come to France. You're welcome to do so, and you will be our guest if you come. But just to let you know that it's more than just a know-how, it's a patrimony legacy in France that we have with pastries. Even French people, they're very proud of it, and I think we really have the know-how, and pastry is not about taste, it's also about an art. It's really an art and a science. It's very precise, and that's what we want to do actually. Now I give the word to Vikram.
Yeah, if we talk about the luxury market, we can easily see that the growth of in the bakery sectors have been there's been a 20% increase in the bakery sectors in the past years. I mean, it's been reached to a hike of around 5.7 billion in the past years, and the luxury products especially are on boom. I mean, there is a growth of around 29% in India. And if you're talking about in a future, taking account with the future prospects, what actually the bakery is want to see that globally it's expected to reach expected to exceed around $310 billion in the coming years, in around 2015. And in India actually, as we are going to launch the bakery in India, so it's expected to grow to around 7.67 billion with the year 2015. For the potter analysis, I'll call you and Hina to
Like in case of competitors, our group members have visited some of like L'Opera. So our direct competitor is L'Opera, and indirect competitors are like many like Nick Bakers, Oberoi's, etc. Suppliers are like basically will be importing the machines and equipments from the France or the specialized equipment from the other countries, and the raw material would be fetched from the place where from the renowned places that they are famous for, as like from apple from Kashmir or in that way. The team leader will be explaining you further. Now, further the SWOT analysis part, I would like to call Pooja.
So in terms of strength, what's great about the launching of this project is that first of all, Yamina and I, who are going to handle the business, we have business management skills because we are MBA students. We are soon going to be alumni, hopefully. So the thing is that we know how to run a business. We're supposed to know how to run a business, and also we have a big cultural vision. Let me explain. The thing is that I am, as you know, Indian. I was born and raised in Paris, but I am Indian and I have the overseas citizenship. So that's a great advantage for us, I think. The fact that I can speak Hindi, I can understand it, and I'm able to even bargain sometimes when you need to. And Yamina, she has been working in a pastry for 1 year, and she has launched a concept of bakery. So it was not high-end, but still, it always helps to have some experience. Secondly, the French know-how that we both accept. So I think that's a strength. That we know the market, we know what the quality is. For example, when we went to, we're going to talk about it later, but when we went to L'Opera, for example, we have felt that here apparently it's supposed to be the best, but that's not what we felt when we came. But we're going to focus on that later. And now let's move to the weaknesses.
So we have identified 3 weaknesses. The main one is the fact that the brand is totally brand new, but we have to raise the brand awareness and to gain loyalty and to bring customers to us. So this is the main weakness. The second one is that we don't have money to launch this bakery, so we need either loan or business angels to give us financial investment to launch this project. And the third one is the fact that we don't run the store. We are going to implement this store in a mall, so we need to find the good location. So we say that after that we need also to. We are dependent of these people we are dependent of these people. So this is the 3 main weaknesses.
For opportunities, as we all know that the French bakery is like, if we talk about L'Opera also, we have there is a niche market and we can cater it in a good manner because exactly we don't get that real French flavor. So we can have a plus point there. So we have an opportunity to be emerge as a good market leader in that case. Increasing disposable income, as we have read in an article that there are, and in the morning in the presentation also we came to know that there are 52 millionaires in Gurgaon itself. So it's a plus point for us. Then the growing young population, actually it is our target market also, the growing young population, and then the family oriented. We will be focusing on the family values because even if the person has money but he is not ready to spend it that much, so we need to take the money out of the pocket. So that will be the best point when we will be using family values, because India is famous for the family values. Like if a parents is ready to spend money on their children, so in that case we can have a plus point. Then the changing lifestyle, as Pooja said, she has also observed a lot of change in the lifestyle of the Indian people. Their thinking is changing. They want to connect to the high strata and they want to be a part of the high strata community. So that can be an opportunity for us. We can cater that market. Now for threats, I call Amar.
Like for the threats, we talk about the competitors in the threats. It's basically L'Opera, it's basically a high-end bakery. It's in the same place where we're going to open our shop. Talking about the social issues, like there are some dishes, there are some pastries rates which talks about that there is a mixture of alcohol and all in them. So if so there may be a social constraint that some people may oppose. I mean, those who are not like drinking alcohol and all, they may oppose the presence of alcohol in that stuff. So that may oppose, that may be acting as a threat for our products. And for the legal constraints, there may be a kind of licensing and all. Suppose we are serving alcohol, there is different licensing for serving alcohol, and when we are mixing an alcohol in our bakery products, there are different licensing agreements and all. So we should keep in mind, for doing all this, there will be acting as a threat for our products.
And one more thing, like in case of we are bringing something new, like French, real French taste, so we need to break that monotony, and we need to come forward and like break that perception of people and introduce our product. So because we are making, we are new mover, the first movers in that case, because we are bringing the real French taste in our French bakery. Now,
see, in the positioning, we went on a field work to Chokra. These kind of, they are providing the good taste, good thing, but not the quality service. Our concept will be on the price and the quality of service, more on the hospitality, because every bite will take you on the imagination trip to the France. So our will be more on the services as well as the taste and the good ambience and environment, so that the people over there, sitting over there, can feel the environment kind of thing that they are in France. So the next slide I'll take over to
Our main target is people between 20 and 30 years old. They are traveling, they are educated, and they seek for new things. So that's why we are targeting these people, but they have also high income. The second target is family. As we saw before, Indians are really family oriented, so we need to target these people.
Well, regarding the product in itself, I will try to make it short. It's going to be difficult. So what we want to do, basically, when you come to our store, you're going to find the classical, let's say, bakery products. For example, éclair au chocolat. I have them here. So we have tartelette. The first one is tartelette of fromages, like very classical, well-known French product. But what we're going to do is that we're going to implement a local strategy according to the market's preferences. What does it mean? She talked about it before. We're going to have, for example, the best mangoes. I don't know which region is it. I forgot. Exactly. We're going to have lychees from Dehradun, or the best oranges from Nagpur. So you see, we really want to fit what the customer is looking for. That's the thing. We're going to also have salty products, but that's not going to be the main. Our bakery is not known for the salty, it's known for the sweets. Beverage, of course, so it's going to be hot and cold, frappes, and also fresh juices, and as well as teas, but not Indian teas. We're going to bring, I don't know if you know the brand Mariage Frère, it's very famous in France, so we're going to make them try something new, and Mariage Frère is kind of high-end in France. So it fits the global spirit of the business. So what's our added value? The first thing is our engagement towards sustainability. What we were planning to do, we know that in India, waste is not tolerable. Sorry. So the thing is that we want to actually limit waste and make a partnership with an NGO, so that at the end of the day, if we have something that is left, we're going to give to the NGOs. But we're not going to handle anything. In the contract that we're going to make with them, they're going to come and take the food and bring it with them with a special fridge and special food truck, something. But we are not handling the part of bringing the food, because there are some issues about, for example, refrigerators. For example, pastry cannot be out of the fridge, that kind of issues. So we're not going to deal with that. So the service is very important for us. As I said, we are students from MBA in Hospitality Management, so we know what service is, and they're going to adhere our mission statement. We're going to train them to really know what is our mission statement, what kind of service do we want to deliver to our customer. So it's going to be very much service oriented. We want to know our customer. Like Joanna said in the previous presentation, I think it's the same spirit, really like customer oriented, and we really want to make something high end and at the same time very sensitive, if I can say this. So regarding the staff, empowerment, reward system, we want our staff to feel good in our shop. exclusive service through customization. Yeah, so that's really like the higher thing of our concept, is that we're gonna allow, Indians love as well customization. That's what we found out during this week in India and in a general way. So what we're gonna do is that our client can have a special meeting with our chef, so he can come and
5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
So he can come and say, I want, for example, a cake with this, that. I mean, he can say whatever he wants. We will try to do it as much as customers as possible. Regarding long-term perspectives, what we want is to really reach family with children. So we are planning, if the concept is mature enough, what we want to do is to throw real children parties, but from A to Z. For example, you want your daughter to have like a Cinderella party, we're going to make the cake, we're going to make the costumes, everything. But that's like in a long-term way. Locations.
Like the location, we have opted Delhi as a location, and DLF Promenade would be a very prominent thing to target. Why DLF Promenade? Because it's a favorite spot of our main target, that is 20 to 30 years of age. People, when we talk of high class, when we talk of people belonging to high end, we say that people would definitely go to DLF Emporio first. And the best part about DLF Promenade is all three malls are interconnected to each other. So this interconnectivity between them happens to be our main USP, because when a person from a high end goes to Emporio, and he'll just pass out through Promenade also. And this gives us a feeling of differentiation. We belonging to a community. Like people, high end people goes to different classes, and this can completely relate all these things to it. And the atmosphere, it's creating an ambience, a sensorial marketing. That is, when we talk of pastries, it's just the smell, it's just a French thing that completely makes us change.
Concerning the pricing, we are deciding to be in luxury market, so we have to implement a streaming strategy so that we can be logical in our strategy. For bakery, individual portion will be 160 rupees, and for pastry, individual portion will be 350 and 400 rupees. This is our. No, it's for individual portion. Yeah, it's only for individual portion. It will be more expensive for other big cakes. So then the promotion strategy, we will be focused on digital strategy, because we know that Indians are really focused on Facebook, on Pinterest, Foursquare, and fancy all these things. So that's why we have decided to implement a social media strategy that will be focused and target our main target is between 20 to 30 years old, and we will optimize our website with high resolution pictures, video, and things like that, and direct marketing through a newsletter.
Just to end up, so what we're going to do as well is to really like take care of our guests. What does it mean? For example, when we're launching a new product, we are saying that we really want our customer to feel like privileged and listened. So what we're going to do, because listen to a customer is a key issue, we all know that. So what we're going to do, so when we launch a new product, for example, I don't know, the mousse cake with like mangoes from, I already forget, okay? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna invite some VIP guests, the preferred guests that we have, to taste those products and share their feedback about it. Inauguration day, the day where we're gonna launch our bakery, we're gonna send an invitation, we're gonna send the invitation before us, of course, to targeted people. So I have heard that we have here registered like yellow pages and everything, so we're gonna try to see who are the kind of royal families, if we can say that, and send them a private invitation. This is something that is not common now. We always send emails and everything. So I think receiving a letter, a personal letter with your name and like come test our product, you are invited, it can always be nice and have a difference. So that's the kind of things that we want to do. Thank you very much for your attention.